Anthony LaDuca, MJC. With regards to sidewalks, the city has certified funds from us. So for Cypress Garden, for example, it's somewhere around $170,000 or $190,000. The sidewalks need to be completed as well. The entire subdivision needs to be serviced. The ponds need to be cleaned out. We have a interlocal agreement. We have an agreement to finish the subdivision. So if you're looking for an instrument for a developer like us, we're not Island Lakes, because that was done backwards. But we have certified funds that the city holds the bonds for both Gulf Lake and for Cypress Garden. We're not done with Gulf Lake. We just pulled permits on lot 1 and lot 45. We have a purchase agreement for lot 39. So those are our last 3 lots.
But is the performance bond still there?
It's not a bond, it's certified funds.
But you're, all right, I don't want to get too far afield even in my own discussions here, but my understanding, your LLC has been closed down for approximately 8 years, and there is
Which
no
LLC?
Gulf Lake Estates.
It's still active. How could we sell any lots? We just sold 3 lots a year or 2 ago.
I have to take my one hat off here.
Well,
I'm the treasurer of the HOA.
Yeah.
And I pulled up your business license. You closed that business 8 years ago and sold your lots to a different developer.
MJC Land Development LLC. All it did was transfer from one LLC to another. We did not go out of business. We did not close Gulf Lake Estates down.
But you are no longer legally the developer.
Yes.
For the contract.
Yeah, we are. We assumed the role of the successor developer. Yes, we are. MJC Land Investments LLC.
We can take this to the side and see what type of, what are you calling it? That is.
They're certified funds, and we deposit them with Laura, with the city planner. We have to deposit those funds with the city planner before we start a subdivision. The funds are there to complete the sidewalk. If we step away, you have the funds.
I think he's correct.
It doesn't work like I.
Well, let's.
I'll have to confirm.
Check to see if that's the case. My understanding is there are no funds and that they were released many, many years ago. And what we don't want to have happen is, because the 2 lots that you're talking about are the very 2 lots into.
Yes.
Right, and it falls off a cliff about 2 feet, 2 to 3 feet.
We just pulled permits for both of those.
I know.
We are going to excavate, we are going to build them.
And it's 22, 23 years in the making. So
Yeah.
I'm
We
looking
have no
forward to.
control over the economy, and the demand for $600,000-700,000 homes wasn't there. We're trying to reduce it to about 550, 560, maybe 580, but that's about the highest we're going to get. We know the real estate market, and those houses back in the day were $600,000-700,000.
Any further, I'm sorry, Mrs. Souza, you asked to be recognized?
Chairman, I had one after too.
Okay.
I apologize for not understanding all of the brownfield stuff. But my question would be, there's a certain amount of money that brownfield is going to, or these guys are going to get to take care of all of this. Is it capped? Is the amount capped?
So through the chair, it's basically like a loan. They get to, they don't have to, they get to collect it, correct? To where they don't pay the tax, yeah. Right. So they get to collect those taxes before, like, they get to recoup their money that they invest in there to clean that area out because it's contaminated land. And then once they do that, the city starts collecting those taxes.
Okay.
So it's an incentive for them to continue to build on that property that the city used as a dumping ground at one point.
Okay, so.
Many years ago.
So if they, going on an assumption that all those lots have to be dug up and all of that taken out, I mean, it's everywhere. So you have ponds there. Are those ponds, because it's in the red area, are those affected by this? And the other question I would have is, if they don't finish and build all the homes, do they have to pay any of that back, or am I not understanding all of it?
Chairman.
Oh,
Council.
go ahead.
I can
Go ahead.
explain
Go
that.
ahead.
So the
He's
plan
the
is
expert.
approximately $368,000 in eligible activity. If they do, they spend it today, they go out and they dig out the foundations and get rid of the rocks and debris. They've written the check, they paid the contractors, they're out the money. They build one house, it's not going to generate enough money to ever reimburse them the $300-something thousand. So it's their incentive to make sure that they build enough to generate enough excess tax value in order to get the money repaid back. Otherwise, they don't. And we put a cap on the time frame in order to get it back so that it's not out there for 30 years. It has to be built within a certain period of time, so.
And through the chair, the ponds aren't really contaminated, the sites aren't contaminated, they're just full of concrete and stuff like that, so it really doesn't affect the ponds.
Any, Councilman?
Can I get the name of the LLC again? I wanted to, he was saying Mr. Leduca was saying that it was,
That's a different project,
oh, okay,
I believe, sorry.
that's okay.
Yeah.
I would ask you later then.
This one is called MJC Land Investments.
I was interested in the one that shut down and then it was just transferred over. I was looking at that. Was that the Gulf Lake Estate?
I'll give that to you.
Okay,
I have no knowledge of that, sorry.
thank you,
Sure.
thank you.
They're all the same entities, MJC Land Investments LLC. All our properties switched over to that trust or that entity. So whether we're building on the east side or we're building on the west side, MJC Land Investments LLC.
But if there was a liability for this Cypress Gardens, say for some reason that entity was sued for $1 billion, you could sever the legal liability between your different corporations, correct? I mean, that's the definition.
You're correct at that, but we are operating under one LLC now. We used to have LLCs for every site. We don't anymore.
Okay.
So the entire MJC mother company is MJC Land Investments LLC. Whether
Okay.
we're building in Macomb, Oakland, wherever we're building.
Okay.
Because there was a thing during Obama years, the American Recovery Act, and for you to receive funds, federal funds, to recapture the losses, they had to be through one LLC. So hence why we have one LLC.
Okay.
We're a big company, so we don't plan on going out of business.
Okay. And certainly that's not the whole, the concern has been when
Yeah,
one LLC closes down and then you open up
Correct.
another LLC and so on and so
Yeah.
forth. So
But
you've
that's
answered
not
the
us.
question. There
That's
is
not
only
us.
one. Okay.
yeah, that's not us.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay.
That clarifies a lot. Any further discussion under the public hearing? Hearing none, a motion to close the public hearing is in order.
Motion to close.
Support.
Motion by Councilwoman Brandana, supported by Councilman Johnson. All those in favor of closing the public hearing say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. Yeses have it, motion carried. That brings us to item 7.3, which is a motion to approve the Cypress Gardens Brownfield redevelopment plan as recommended by the City of Taylor Brownfield Redevelopment Authority.
Make a motion?
Report.
Motion by Councilman Johnson, supported by Councilwoman Witten. Is there any discussion?
Chairman?
Councilman?
So the things that we just said about the sidewalks and the, the completion of everything, is this in this agreement or is it gonna be at a later time?
Pretty sure it'll be in
Yes, ma'am.
the next meeting, so that'll be in the reimbursement thing, yeah.
Thank you, Chairman.
Any further discussion on item 7.3? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no.
No.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Brandana?
Yes.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
Ms. Rose?
No.
Ms. Daniels?
No.
Ms. Winton?
Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Geis?
Motion passes 4-2. Item 7.4 is a motion to approve Vance's Law Enforcement low bid for purchase of less lethal equipment in the amount not to exceed $4,274 funded through federal forfeiture justice.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Motion by Councilwoman Daniels, supported by Councilman Johnson. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say yes.
Yes.
All those opposed say no. The yeses have